Hello everybody. Just want to do a quick overview of the Marantz UD7006. It come out about 2012, I believe, at about $1,000. It competed with the better Oppo. I believe it was the BDP 93 or 95 or the 105. I can't remember the time frame of the Oppos, but it's got a pretty beefy output section. It's got PCM 1795 bar browns. It's got one per every 2 channels. It's got fully differential output section. It's got multiple channels. The output on this is quite a bit better than the Oppo 103. I've also got Oppo 103, so that's the one I'll be mainly comparing it to, because the Oppos were such a great value when they were out. Like, even though the better Oppos were like $1,000, this couldn't really stand up to the better Oppo because they were just built really well for the money. But this does beat, in my opinion, the BDP 103. For especially, it's about a wash for home theater, but for 2 channels CD, this easily beats it for CD playback. And it's got a switch mode supply, so that in itself is not as good as the better Oppo, the one that actually competed against. The 93 or the 105 both had linear power supplies. But it's got vibration dampening on the drive. Now this drive caused some problems. Mainly, I did a video that showed how to fix this, but the drive is so thin and so close to the drawer is so thin and kind of flimsy, and it's so close to the CD or Blu-ray, when the Blu-ray spins pretty fast, and if you got a slightly warped one, you can get some pretty bad vibration noise. And I'll show how to fix that in my other video, but that's just one thing you might run into. And it's probably what you'll see, people saying a lot on the forums, when this was new. A lot of people got rid of this because of that noise that it put out, but this was it's pretty unique Marantz. It's the last Marantz that had multiple channel output. The top end player the year after, the UD7007, it had balanced outputs where this doesn't, but it did away with the multi-channel outputs, and I'd prefer having the multi-channel outputs. And now the UD7007 did have something this didn't have. It did have dual HDMI outputs, where this has only got one HDMI output. And the dual HDMI outputs in this time period, really helped, because a lot of the processors weren't able to do 3D and such as that. So you could actually run, if you had a player with dual outputs, you could run one to your TV and one to your AV receiver. And if you didn't have the AV receiver, if the AV receiver didn't do 3D or whatever, you'd still be okay. With this one, you need a processor that would do 3D. Obviously this is 3D is something this will do. That was an extra benefit, but this would play, as a universal player. It would play DVD audio, super audio, and it's a fantastic sounding unit. I had one of the super high-end Marantzes years ago. I think it was the 8008. It was a predecessor of this, but it was like, I think, retail $2,000 or something. Now it did sound a little better than this, and that was a fantastic unit. But like I say, I sold that years ago. But this is really good, especially for the price. I mean, you can pick one of these up for the price of an Oppo 103, probably even less, because the Oppos have such a premium now, because they're discontinued. But like I say, this is much preferred in my opinion to the Oppo 103 for 2-channel, but you know, it's just going to be kind of about a wash for home theater. But you know, this has better dialogue for home theater, but the Oppo has it's more dynamic for home theater, and a lot of people like the dynamics. So a lot of people might prefer the Oppo for home theater over this. But well, anyway, I just wanted to cover this. And